This is James Clarke of Rothamsted Research, Head of Communications. Nice to meet you, James.
And you.
He's here to talk about the Rothamsted stand at cereals later on in the year in June. So tell me, James, what have you got on show this year?
Well, cereals is always a real highlight of the year for our scientists. They love coming here. They can show off their research, but also they learn so much from the farmers themselves. So real opportunity for them to share and exchange what problems the farmers having, how could our research help with that. So we got a lot of things on the stand we've got a lot of things on the plot this year that we think are going to help inform a lot of the issues that farmers are really concerned about at the moment. So we've got a plot that's dealing with soil organic carbon. A lot of debate at the moment about how you boost that, whether there's going to be payments for it. We're going to try and experiment with things like cover crops and different treatments, and we'll be looking at how that plot turns out when we get here in the summer. We've also got on display some wheat lines from the Watkins collection. Now the Watkins collection was a huge collection of different varieties of wheat, basically from the old British Empire, collected in the 1930s. Now we basically hold that at Rothamsted, and it's invaluable because it gives us genetic varieties that we could not otherwise find. So we're now going back. We've got new challenges with wheat. We've got climate change, obviously. We've got new pests coming in. We need to find more resilient varieties. How are we going to do that? We're going to go back to things like the Watkins collection and look for varieties of wheat, look for genetics that we can use, incorporate into modern varieties of wheat, so we've still got the high yield, but maybe we can build in more resilience if we go through the Watkins collection and essentially do some bioprospecting to see what genes we can find. We've got some really good examples of the Watkins lines here at cereals. We're giving them different nitrogen treatments this year. Again, we know fertilizer is a big problem at the moment. Huge price increases. Can we get away with applying less? What will the consequences be? Will these ancient varieties of wheat give us some answers for things that could maybe thrive with a bit less fertilizer input? So we'll see in the summer what that basically delivers.
So what else have you got on show?
So we've got a little patch of camelina that we've planted up. You may know that Rothamsted is quite famous for developing a line of camelina that we've basically genetically modified through synthetic biology to produce long chain omega-3 fish oil, essentially fish oils. So fish in the sea basically get their omega-3 from a little alga that's floating in the sea. But when you're fish farming, they can't get that oil. So normally what happens is we fish the oceans, we mince up those fish and we feed them to other fish in our fish farms in order to give them the omega-3 that they need. So that's terribly wasteful and terribly bad for the environment. What we've done, basically, it's been about 20 years worth of work, is engineered camelina so it can now express high levels of omega-3 oils, and some of the team who are working on that research will be here. This means we can essentially grow fish food on land. It's potentially a great commercial crop for farmers, and will also do wonders for saving our marine stocks and helping to protect our oceans. So we've also got a little display on rock weathering. Now what's that? Basically this is a project we're doing with our colleagues from the University of Sheffield. You use silicate waste from quarrying and you add that to soil. Now what that will do is help you sequester carbon, and it will also help boost the quality of the soil. It's really early days in the research, but there's some exciting results coming out of this, and it'll be a chance again for visitors to exchange views with the team and find out what they're up to.
Thank you, James.